know, up in heaven, we got something called Heaven's Phone. It's available 24 hours a day. Pick it up. Say hello. Still can't believe you're really not here. Weeks blend to months and months into years. You promised you'd stay. I know how you tried. But God needed you, so I stepped aside. I didn't collapse, did not fall apart. But deep down inside, there's a hole in my heart. It comes out of nowhere, sight or a sound. That's when it hits me that you're not around. So much to remember, so much to forget. You left me too soon is my only regret. My heart breaks a little when I think of when we planned on tomorrows that would never end. Fight it, hold back the tears, never give in to the grief or the fears. But when those times come and I need to talk, to just hear your voice or go for a walk. We don't need no wires, don't need a dial tone, 'cause you always answer when I use Heaven's phone. Yeah, I try to fight it, hold back my tears, never give in to the grief or the fears. But when those times come and I need to talk, to just hear your voice or go for a walk. We don't need no wires, don't need a dial tone, 'cause you always answer when I use Heaven's phone. You always answer when I use Heaven's phone. You always answer when I use Heaven's phone.
Hello everybody, Songfather here on. Whoop, the echo is on. Silly me. There you go, the 22nd day of October 2019. Tino's here, jumping around like crazy, like a maniac. He gets very excited when he knows the show's about to start. Don't understand. You know, you talk about animals. Well, I'll talk about them. But, so before I was downstairs with my sister Donna, and she had just taken the dog for a little walk. And I looked on his left leg, this front leg, I called it an arm because I'm crazy. And I go, Lucky, what happened to your arm? Your arm, your leg, whatever you call it, what happened to your arm? Your left arm. Ignoring me totally, so I said to her, she goes, I don't know, maybe it's dirt. All of a sudden I look, and he starts licking his left arm and cleaning the dirt off his arm. He knew what I was saying. That freaked me out. That freaked me out because I've said a lot of things to him, you know. It's good to get things off your chest with people. I can't go repeat it. Now he knows some of my innermost secrets. Even Daddy-O doesn't know my innermost secrets. Some of them maybe, but. So tonight is a, it's usually Blue Eyes Tuesday, but we're going to take a little twist on that. We're going to call it Rat Pack Tuesday. I'll do a few songs from Frankie, a couple from Dino, and a couple from Sammy. And we're going to have to learn to change that name because, they're leading the pack, the rats out there, if you know what I mean. But, so getting ready for tonight. Oh, yeah. Can't wait. The World Series, Yankees and Washington. Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, that's right. I guess I'll watch Hallmark movies and just cry myself to sleep. What are you going to do? So, the weather up here on the island of Long has been dismal all day, on and off drizzlies, and got real dark again all of a sudden, so I guess it's coming. They said somewhere around 4 o'clock, so we'll see. I went and got my hair cut today. How's it, huh? Ah, look at this. What a good-looking man. What a good-looking man I am. Somebody agree with me out there. Oh, thank you. Thank you. So, all right, so tomorrow, if not today, depending on time, I have a Wi-Fi extender that I'm going to set up and put right here next to this laptop, and hopefully that'll stop the drop-offs. But I noticed that, I don't know if I said this before, but I'll say it again because I can. And but I noticed that when I'm watching Freddie Rubino's live, this isn't even live now, but I only did one live. But when I watch Freddie Rubino's live, it freezes, it drops off. You got to go off and come back. And it really, very rarely happens when I watch it on the iPad or on the iPhone. So I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's just annoying. Yesterday we had a nice group going and everybody was having fun. And then, you don't see it, but I see it. There's a screen right here at the bottom. And it'll say, so-and-so just joined. Boom, boom, boom. Then you're looking. It's like 25, 30 people that joined. And the screen will say 8, 12, 15, 18, 2, 4. Oh, my God almighty. So, I don't know. And people say, well, maybe you need to go to a different place. And, you go here and you go here. And I say, what do I do with all my 10,000 people out there? What do I tell them? Oh, go over to this new place? I mean, So I don't know, but we'll figure it out. But, the good thing is you can always go and watch it whenever you want, just without the chatting. And that's the goal anyway. I want everybody to enjoy the whole show and enjoy the tunes and the stories. And, well, we'll see what happens. But anyway, let's get to a couple of stories before we start this Rat Pack show. I have a little espresso. Excuse me, don't you? No, Tino, don't even think about it. No. Sorry. It's called Tough Love, baby. So, all right, let's get to some stories here. Warren Dunn, who had a pretty good career with the NFL, very quietly, very uncelebrated, has just donated his 173rd home fully furnished to single moms that are struggling and families that are struggling. Somebody lost their job, a death or whatever it is, he finds out about it. Of course, make sure that it's legit, and then boom, he goes and has a home built, or he buys a home, cleans it up, fills it up with furniture, and then gives it to them. And they got to just pay their bills. Come on. Why is that? When I say uncelebrated, I mean uncelebrated. I mean, that should have been all over the place, especially with all the bad things said about the NFL. Most of them deserved, but still, why not put that up there? You got Sunday football all day long, Thursday night football. I mean, why not put that up there? A little, at halftime, a little quick segment on Warren Dunn and a lot of other guys out there that are doing the right thing out there. It's just ridiculous. And sticking with the Yankees, and I can't even stand to look at it. It makes me so cry. But today is my good friend, Mr. Whitey Ford's 91st birthday. And, I went to high school with two of Whitey's sons, Ed Jr. and Tommy Ford. Tommy Ford was in my class, and very cool guy, very funny guy, and we got along really good, And that's how I got to know Whitey. And then when I used to be the chairman, worked my way up to chairman of a golf and tennis outing for cerebral palsy every year. It was held at North Hills Country Club on the island of Long in Manhasset, of which Whitey's a member. And I got him to be our guest of honor, unprecedented 3 times. Even to the last time, he was like sending death threats at me. You tell Grosso, he asked me to do this again, I'm going to hunt him down. So part of the deal I had to make with him is that he will come and he tells his stories, great Yankee stories of the day, Billy Martin and Whitey Ford and Casey and all those things. And anytime he wanted a glass of water, I had to go get it for him. No waiters, no waitresses, nobody, me. I had to go get it. And he was making his speech, and he was busting my chops about something. And excuse me, he says, "Hold on a minute, Grosso." I said, "You're the only one I let call me by my Grosso." What? I'd like a glass of water, please. Everybody's looking at me. Okay. And then I'd go and come back with his glass of water. Can't tell you the secret, but it wasn't water. But yeah, he's a great guy, Mr. Whitey Ford. And 91 years old today, so keep going strong. He's been fighting so many different illnesses over the past years, but, he is stubborn and he is strong. He'll go when he's ready to go. And, unfortunately, one of the years, we were having our golf and tennis tournament was on the same day that we had they had to bury Tommy, and I called him up and I said, listen, I got he said, hey, Sonny, I already know. Don't worry about it. You're there in spirit and everything else, blah, blah, blah. Tommy loved you. So I brought my yearbook along, just in case I ran into him. And I didn't know that after the burial, they were coming back to North Hills Country Club, for the dinner that you always have afterwards. And so we had about 40 people all inside, and I was walking around doing my thing on the outside, and there he was sitting on the steps, the front stoop, leading into the country club. So I sat next to him, how you doing? He goes, how can I be doing? I buried my son today. And I said, yeah, I know, I'm very sorry. And he goes, he always spoke highly of you, He said, you were one of the few guys that could take his ribbing without, getting your hair all out of place and everything. I said, nah, he was a great guy. So I said, you want to know what a great guy he was? Hold on. And I went to my car and I showed him the yearbook. He goes, what's this? I said, it's the yearbook from when we graduated. And I go through the pages with him. Here, I just want you to see, the kind of heart and soul that he had. And this is what he wrote in my yearbook. And I show it to him. He busts out hysterical laughing. Because Tommy, may rest in peace, wrote in, I was well known, still am, for writing poems. And, some got me in trouble. But so he wrote in my yearbook, to my man, Sonny Grosso. I would write a poem, but Grosso doesn't rhyme with fat shit. That's right. That's what he wrote in my yearbook. Can I have this? I said, well, you can make a copy of it, but you can't have my yearbook. And that's what he did. So it's, something to remember it by. While everybody else is writing, good luck in your future endeavors. And yeah, that's what he wrote. But anyway, happy birthday, Whitey. I got off on a tangent as usual. Right? Daddy-o. Hey, Chris, did he just say fat shit on television? Chris, somebody's got to talk to him. Can't talk like that on television. What's wrong with him? And on the island of Long here in Huntington, it doesn't say the age? Yes, 85-year-old man was driving, and they think he had, as they call it, a medical episode, which is either he, passed out or, God forbid, had a stroke or heart attack. But he lost control of the car, hit a guardrail, the car kind of flipped a little bit, and ba-boom, went up in flames. Called 911, police got there very quickly, which was unbelievable. And so they pull up, the car is engulfed in flames. They couldn't wait, they just go. And one on one side, one on the other, and one door you couldn't open, and smashed the window and got it open, pulled the guy out, and relatively, harm-free, and just dragged him aside before the whole car just went down to nothing. So, there's another thing, okay? Except for the local things around here, there's another thing. You want to put up all kinds of BS about cops and this and that. Why don't you put that up? Why isn't that heralded in the papers and on TV and everything else? I'm not saying that they, I think what they did was heroic. Other people say they were doing their job. Nah, not really. They easily could have said, "Listen, there's no way we could have saved him. The car was engulfed in flames." No, that wasn't even in their head, and they saved this man's life. So, another thing we don't hear about makes me angry. And then they didn't say where he was from. Imagine that. All right, I'm going to think it was Florida, but I could be wrong. But a 7-year-old boy. So I want that to sink into your heads, the age, okay? 7 years old. He started his own YouTube channel. His parents own a company that kind of makes toys. That has something to do with manufacturing of toys. I don't know what. But, excuse me. He asked his parents, can I have my own YouTube channel? For what? Well, I want to review the toys that are being made. Yeah, all right, go ahead. In 2017, he made $11 million before taxes. In 2018, he made $23 million just reviewing his parents' toys. So they're getting hit on both ends. The more he reviews toys good, then they go to his parents' YouTube and email or whatever the freak you call it, website. And so they're getting the sales on one end, and this guy's getting paid based off the hits that he gets on his YouTube channel. In 2 years, 7 years old, he made $33 million. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And before we hit to some songs, here, last one. And in the Cleveland Clinic, say that 5 times fast, they had their first in utero surgery, which means they went in to a pregnant woman who was carrying the baby in her, the fetus inside, and they went in and they did surgery on his spine, and because he had spina bifida, they could see it in things, and they corrected the spina bifida, and the baby was born perfectly fine. Oh, come on. That's what science is supposed to be about. That's what we've been waiting for, year after year, and telethons and this and donations and that. Blah, blah, blah. Now we're finally starting to see some of the, the fruits of the labor. I told you about a couple of new drugs and new shots coming up, stopping the shaking for Parkinson's disease, and they might have a cure for breast cancer now. And they're very dangerously close to a treatment which will lead to a cure for autism. I mean, there's so many great things. Dementia, there's so many things right there on the horizon. And, you don't hear about it, and now we're starting to hear. This to me, is amazing. There's somebody in our family who had a son with spina bifida. I mean, this kid, unbelievable, in a wheelchair from birth. But he didn't let it stop him. He lifted weights, massive arms, and this and that. And he played the basketball sports, and he competed in weightlifting championships. And he's married now. I mean, it's all the mindset not only of the person afflicted with it, but at a very very early age, you don't have much of a mind. It's all on who's raising you, and so that was just great. So the devastation that this family saw or felt inside their hearts, like, oh my God, my poor child is going to have spina bifida. They went in and they fixed it. Wow! Woo! Tino, what do you think? Tino, you left? Where are you? Oh, you were downstairs. Sorry. I guess he was taking a bath. So let's start with this one, because this has been a theme song of my life, I think. But what Francis Albert here is saying. Hey, I know that you get jealous, but I'm not doing anything. I'm completely loyal to you. So I don't know. Maybe you're accusing me of what you're doing. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I could be wrong, but maybe not. Sometime today, please. Tino. Never mind. Hey, jealous lover, you're acting so strange. Hey, jealous lover, what is making you change? Hey, jealous lover, how wrong can you be? I'm yours ever faithful, just be faithful to me. I am just as steady as that clock on the show. Maybe you're accusing me of what you're doing yourself, hey, jealous lover. I'm telling you true. I know that you're jealous, but there's no one but you. You tell them, girls. Maybe they'll listen to you.
Hey, jealous lover, you're acting so strange. Hey, jealous lover, what is making you change? Hey, jealous lover,
could have cheated lots of times, but just wouldn't do. I was much too busy, baby, being faithful to you. Hey, jealous lover, I'm telling you true. Well, I know that you're jealous, but there's no one but you. There's no one for me. Jealous lover but you. Another member of the Rat Pack, Mr. Dino Croscetti, all alone in Sorrento. Quale mare come bello, spiri tanto sentimento, come tu suave accento, che me desto fa sognare. Sente come leve sale dai giardini o dei ranci, un porfemo vale uguale, perché il palpito d'amore e tutti groppardi a Dio, da lontane dal mio cuore, questa terra dell'amore, hai la forza di lasciare, ma non mi fuggire, non dar più mi tormento, torna Sorrento, non farmi dormire. Smilingly I saw you taking all that once you loved forsaking, and I felt my heart was breaking. Oh, how could you go away? Ma non mi fuggire, non darmi più tormento, torna Sorrento, non farmi dormire. Let's go! Come fly with me, let's fly away. If you can use some exotic booze, there's a bar in Far Bombay. Come fly with me, let's fly away. Come fly with me, we'll float down to Peru. In Llama Land, there's a one-man band, and he'll toot his flute for you. Come fly with me, let's take off in blue. Once I get you up there, where the air is rarefied, we'll just glide starry-eyed. Once I get you up there, I'll be holding you so near. You may hear angels cheer, 'cause we're together. Weather-wise, it's such a lovely day. Just say the words and we'll beat the birds to Acapulco Bay. Well, it's perfect for a flying honeymoon, they say. Come fly with me, let's fly, let's fly. Pack up, let's fly away. That's 3 so far. What do we got left here? 2, 3, and 4, and 5. I will do one more. We'll go back to Mr. Dino. What movie is this from? Mm-hmm. Oh! How lucky can one guy be? I kissed her and she kissed me. Like the fella once said, ain't that a kick in the head? And the room was completely black. Well, I hugged her and she hugged back. I like the sailor said, quote, ain't that a hole in the boat? My head keeps spinning. I go to sleep, I keep grinning. If this is just the beginning, my life is gonna be beautiful. I'm sunshine enough to spread. It's just like the fella said. Tell me quick, ain't that a kick in the head? Like the fella once said, ain't that a kick in the head? Like the sailor said, quote, ain't that a hole in the boat? Oh, my head keeps spinning. I go to sleep, I keep grinning. If this is just the beginning, my life is gonna be beautiful. She's telling me we'll be wedding. She's picked out a king-size bed. Oh, I couldn't feel any better, or I'd be sick. Tell me quick, oh, ain't that a kick? Tell me quick, ain't that a kick in the head? Somebody help me. Tino, how about that? Let's hear what Tino has to say. Right? Mm-hmm. That's it? Okay. He's freaking nuts. He really is. Ooh, sorry. All right, let's hit a few more stories, and then we finish out with the Rat Pack. A now brigadier general in the U.S. Army, the United States of America, way back in the 1980s, became pen pals with a bunch of kids from kindergarten. And the teacher thought it would be a nice thing to do, and so they started sending letters out over to Iraq, where he was spent a lot of time there. I think he was deployed 3 times, and the last time he was there for like a year and a half without coming home. But their letters that they wrote just cheered him up, you know. So now we fast forward to this year. They're all seniors in high school. He's now a brigadier general, and he surprised them, and he drove from Florida up to Georgia to go to their high school, and they had no idea what was going on. And they had, I forget, assembly, I don't even know if they even call that anymore, but everybody was in the auditorium, and they came, you know, sitting there waiting. And then they called, like there were 7 of them. They called them all up by name to the front. And like they were all looking at each other, like, what's going on here? And then he came walking in. They have no idea what he looked like. First of all, they were in kindergarten. And second of all, you know, you don't know what a brigadier general looks like. You know, he walks in, can I help you? Yeah, my name is... you don't know who I am? No. Well, in this box, I have every letter that you wrote me when I... Oh, my God. Whatever. Big hugging and place, like clapping and cheering. And, you know, there's a way of giving back. And he said, you know, everybody's always saying, thank a troop. Thank a soldier, you know, thank God for our troops and everything else. He goes, I wanted to return the favor because their letters and some of the funny things that they said without knowing that they were being funny is what kept me alive and what's kept me going when I was stationed over there. And then he brought up, especially the last year, I was there every day for a year and a half, you know, and these letters helped me and I wanted to say thank you back. Aye! The Godfather's getting all over Songfather's getting all over the place. Because let me tell you, I don't know if you've noticed it, but I'm starting to see, you know, news stories coming up in the news feed on Facebook, and there's stories that, you know, news items, if you want to call them that, whatever, that I gave all of you weeks ago, some of them over a month and a half ago, and they're just hitting the news feed now. Come on, get the word out there. Follow the Songfather. You'll be well informed, let me tell you that. Right? Oh, who's he? Is he the guy that talks to his bird? Yeah, that's him. Oh, okay, yeah, I think I've heard of him. There we go. So, okay. Hit the wrong button, and I almost had a little bit of a coronary. And this sent from our beautiful friend over in England, Maria Montgomery, who I call the savior of the world's live life. Sent a notice out, whatever you want to call it, that in the Great Plains, they now have over 10,000, oh my God, not water buffaloes, bison. I don't know, is that the same thing? I don't know. Wait, the water buffaloes, that was on the Flintstones, wasn't it? Anyway. And the WWF, not the wrestling thing, it's the World Wildlife Fund, through all the donations that they get from all over the world all year long, they donated, I mean, something ridiculous number, like 128,000 acres to start dumping them one at a time. And since they've been doing it for the last year and a half, there's, what I say was now 10,000, right? Yeah, and they're expecting that to double or triple within the next 5 to 10 years. So, you know, I mean, they were like, let me see, they should be extinct in about 4.5 hours. That's how close they were. And now here they go. So there you go. Thank you for that, Double M. She calls me 007. I call her Double M. And this I thought was like really scary. Not scary like, you know, to be fearful, but like scary how they say, you know, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Okay? For 2019, the music industry has already predicted that vinyl records are going to outsell CDs. What the heck? Oh my God! I mean, we all did. I, you know, stacked this high of all the albums, and then you couldn't get albums anywhere. And Tower Records and all these places went out of business, and you couldn't find a vinyl record anywhere in the world, just about. You know, except for the 78s that we still have down in the basement from Daddy-O! I mean, tons of them. Frank Sinatra, Doris Day, this and that. The Five Satins were just amazing. Hello, Mother. Hello, Father. And now they're back. And they're going to outsell CDs. Unbelievable. And Anthony, the son over in Manducati's, who usually, you know, comes in, helps him in the morning, goes home with his family, and he comes back 4 or 5 o'clock to finish out the night so his parents can go home and relax. And good guy. But when I first gave him, I said, I'm going to bring you in. I didn't even know that he that knew me on this. And I came walking in for the first time months and months ago with Daddy-O and Chris. Hey, Songfather. I was like, what? Oh, I watch you all the time. I said, oh, I didn't know. Thank you. And I said, you know what? Next time we come, I'll bring you a CD. He goes, you have a vinyl? I said, what? You have a vinyl? Do you have it on vinyl? I go, vinyl? What am I, the Beatles? There's no vinyl records anymore. guess he knew what he was talking about. Oh, my God. So they're going to outsell CDs for the first time since the 80s. That's friggin' amazing to me. Amazing to me. Ellen DeGeneres raised over $5 million for gorilla orientation. I can't even read my own readings. Conservation. Okay, all your gorillas, sit right over here for orientation. We're going to teach you how to poop in your hands and throw to people and how to peel a banana. But $5 million for gorilla conservation in Rwanda. I used to go out with a Rwanda. And down in India, I don't know about this one, they make students wear boxes over their heads when they take an exam to stop them from cheating. So, look it up. You can find it somewhere on the internet. And then you just make your own decision. But you see kids sitting there with boxes, cardboard boxes over their head so they don't cheat. Seriously? Are you out of your mind? There's got to be something legally can be done to prevent that. I mean, wow, my God almighty. That just got me nuts. Anyway. And then NASA came out with a report, the 19th, whenever that was, Saturday, that for the first time since 1982, the hole in the ozone layer is the smallest it's been since 1982. So we're doing our job. We're doing the right thing, cleaning up the air, watching this and watching that. So you know what? Al Gore and OPEC, or whatever her name is there, and everybody else. You want to make the hole get smaller? Shut your mouth, as Freddie Rizzino would say. Put a mask over your face. Put a box over your head. Go to India and get those boxes and put them over your head. So, yes, good news. Good news. Not so much for us because, but for the future, for the kids, the grandkids, the great-grandkids, for the future of the world. The world, I tell you. So, all right, let's finish out the Rat Pack. Tino just completely goes nuts. And go back to Frankie Blue Eyes for this beautiful song to say to somebody, you are the sunshine of my life. Oh, yeah. You are the sunshine of my life. That's why I'll always be around. You are the apple of my eye. Forever you'll stay in my heart. I know that this is the beginning. Though I've loved you for 1,000,000 years. And if I thought our love was ending, I'd find myself drowning in my own tears. You are the sunshine of my life, yeah, baby. That's why I'll always be around. You are the apple of my eye. Forever you'll stay in my heart. You must have known that I was lonely, because you came to my rescue. And though I know this must be heaven, how could so much love be inside of you? You are the sunshine of my life, yeah. That's why I'll always be around. You are the apple of my eye. Forever you'll stay in my heart. Because you're the sunshine of my life. Oh, of my life. Now, let's head on over. Mr. Sammy Davis. Thank you, Frank. What kind of fool am I who never fell in love? It seems that I'm the only one that I've been thinking of. What kind of man is this? An empty shell, a lonely cell in which an empty heart must dwell. What kind of lips are these that lied with every kiss, that whispered empty words of love, that left me alone like this? Why can't I fall in love like any other man? And maybe then I'll know what kind of fool I am. What kind of clown am I? What do I know of life? Why can I cast away this mask of play and live my life? Why can't I fall in love like any other man? And maybe then I'll know what kind of fool I am. I ain't no fool. Come here, little girls out there. You want some candy? Hey, I'm the Candy Man. All right, everybody, gather around. The Candy Man is here. What kind of candy do you want, little girl? You want some sweet chocolate, chocolate walnut, gumdrops, anything you want. You come to the right man, 'cause I'm the Candy Man, who can take a sunrise, sprinkle it with dew, cover it with chocolate or a miracle or two. The Candy Man can.
The Candy Man.
Oh, the Candy Man can.
The Candy Man can.
The Candy Man can, 'cause he mixes it with love, makes the world taste good.
Makes the world taste good.
Who can take a rainbow,
Can take a rainbow.
wrap it in a sigh,
Wrap it in a sigh.
soak it in the sun and make a groovy lemon pie. Candy Man,
The Candy Man.
the Candy Man can.
The Candy Man can.
The Candy Man can, 'cause he mixes it with love and makes the world taste good.
Makes the world taste good.
The Candy Man makes everything he makes satisfying and delicious. You talk about your childhood wishes, you can even eat the dishes. Who can take tomorrow
Can take tomorrow.
and dip it in a dream? Separate the sorrow and collect it up a cream. Candy Man,
The Candy Man.
the Candy Man can.
The Candy
The Candyman can, 'cause he mixes it with love and makes the world taste good. The Candyman makes everything he bakes satisfying and delicious. Talk about your childhood wishes. You can even eat those bitches. Yeah. Who can take tomorrow? Dip it in a dream. Separate the sorrow and collect it all in cream. The Candyman. The Candyman can. The Candyman can. He mixes it with love and makes the world taste good. The Candyman. He makes the world taste good. The Candyman. Candyman makes the world taste good. Yeah, Candyman can. Oh, the Candyman can. Yeah. It makes the world taste good. Another last song by Mr. Francis Albert is what every man says in the beginning of a relationship. Tito! Daddy-o! Let's take it nice and easy. It's gonna be so easy for us to fall in love. Hey, baby, what's your hurry? Relax, don't you worry. We're gonna fall in love. We're on the road to romance, that's safe to say. But let's make all the stops along the way. The problem now, of course, is to simply hold your horses. To rush would be a crime, 'cause nice and easy does it every time. There we go now. We're on the road to romance, that's safe to say. But let's make all the stops along the way. The problem now, of course, is to simply hold your horses. To rush would be a crime, 'cause nice and easy does it. Nice and easy does it. Nice and easy does it every time. Like the man said, one more time. Nice and easy does it. Nice and easy does it. Nice and easy does it every time. Yeah. There you go. Rat Pack is over. Beautiful job by everybody. I love it. Everybody that sang tonight, I think, did a beautiful job. I think there's major talent on this show. It's just simply amazing. Right, Tino? Wow. Holy Christ. Christmas, I mean. All right. So that's the show. What's this friggin' echo? That's the show. I hope you all enjoyed it on a little Rat Pack trip around the world. And certainly Tino has been in fine voice lately, I must say that. So don't forget, please, Bam, ba, da, ba, dum, bum, ba. And I'm telling you guys are flooding my box. What the hell did I just say, Daddy-O? Daddy-O, what did I just say? Flooding my box? Oh, Chris, what? Please, make him stop, Chris, please. Flooding in my wall. and the inbox, too, but... very wonderfully and respectfully and lovingly let me know. All right, I voted. Marty voted, I think, at 2:50 in the morning and had to let us know that she already did it. So, very cool. Just, thank you very much. And so many of you are sharing it now that, it's getting out there. And I put it on the, what the hell is it? On Bada Ba Boom, on my radio station, I have, I just love the way that sounds. A lot of reminders on there too, so everybody that's listening to it from around the world, I tell them you don't have to be here in the island of Long, even though it's a Best of Long Island contest. You can be from anywhere in the world, and we have Yvonne down in Australia who's voting every day, and you have Louise over in England, and you have Jason over in England, and Caroline McDermott over in Ireland, and Tommy Petito down in Italy, and his wife, and Josette, and somebody else in Italy, I can't remember, and up in Canada, got so many friends up there too, and it's just it's cool. It's just like really cool. You got Michelle up in Canada and her twinny, and a couple of other ones, and of course all across the country. You got from Joey Nugent over in Hawaii, and Lorna Doones in California, all the way over here to New York, all the way upstate, all the way down in Florida. Oh man, if I lose this, that's it. You're going to be reading about me in the papers. But anyway, just don't forget, keep voting. We have till December 15th. And December 16th, I will send everybody a free box of Cheerios. I have no idea what that means. Maybe Lorna can send us all some Lorna Doones. Oh, that's why he calls her Doones. Oh, I get it now. Oh, Lorna Doones. Oh, how clever. So don't forget, 24 hours a day. All Songfather, all day, all night. The Songfather goes all night long. Oh, Daddy-O's going crazy right now. And don't forget Mr. Where the hell is he? Guy Talbey, rocking the kitchen. We are now in something like 35 countries and 150 different cities. I don't know. But we'll be at 1,000 members of the group probably by tomorrow. It's just growing leaps and bounds, which is terrific. And, go. Great recipes you see in there and dishes. And you'll see a good one if you go there today. It shows you how to make lasagna, but, just the different steps all the way to the very end. And let me tell you, I've seen lasagnas. I've never seen one like this. I got to be honest with you. It is unbelievable. It's some guy named Songfather or something. I don't know. He made lasagna. I don't know. So that's the show again. Thank you all tonight for everything that you do, for always tuning in, for sharing, for loving, for just making me happy about doing what I do, and making me feel like it's something. It's really something that you really enjoy, and it's worthwhile, and I love it. So, and I guess that's it. Except I have to say one more. Daddy-O and Chrissy. Hope you enjoy the show when you watch it, and I'll be taking a ride in today or tomorrow. I'm just getting over my hangover from Sunday. So what the hell was that? Sounded like a big accident. What? Tino was breaking wind. Never mind. He even breaks wind musically. So nice. So that's it. Bam. I love you all. I'll see you now, and then we'll see you tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Anything, Tino? Tino, before I go. See, he gets very quiet when it's time to go. He don't like to go. But, all right, see you later. Bam!